Hi everyone, welcome to Tinsel Talk. I'm your host Matt Herron, and today's episode is going to sizzle. That's right, the summer movie rollout is just past the halfway mark, and while some studios have been getting paper, there's a few out there scratching their heads. Strap on your seatbelts, you are now locked into my summer movie review preview. All right, box office is the name of the game when it comes to summer movies, and everything gets compared to last year when determining the success of a film. Even the placement and timing of a movie is calculated science. For example, Godzilla released this year on the same weekend World War Z did last year. Both films grossed $198 million. Maleficent released last year on the same weekend as Oz the Great and Powerful and fell just $1 million shy at $222 to The Wizard's $223. Each week something is competing to outdo a film cut at the same cloth, offering an easy look at who's winning and losing. Year-to-year comparisons aside, the number studios are most concerned with are the budget versus gross categories. The idea being, how much did we spend and how much did we make? Let's take a look at the movies by the numbers for May and June. All right, so no surprise to anybody, Adam Sandler showed out with another summer bomb in this year's box office disaster, Blended. The romantic comedy features Adam and Drew Barrymore for their third time together as they coincidentally end up vacationing in the same tropic destination following their breakup. Audiences have called it everything from boring to a bizarre version of the Brady Bunch, and while Warner Brothers actually did make its money back, it's safe to say you can skip this one. All right, rounding out the top of this list, all three Marvel pictures placed top 4 in domestic grosses, with Disney's Maleficent being the only film to challenge a superhero pick, grossing roughly $20 million more than Spider-Man 2. Marvel being a Disney entity, however, makes this a clean sweep for the Mouse House. Godzilla showed out much stronger than many expected, bringing in just shy of $200 million, while Fox 2000 and Universal put big grins on their faces with Neighbors and The Fault in Our Stars, both filming for under 20 and profiting more than $1 million apiece. Interestingly enough, Deadline Hollywood reports that this summer is actually down 6% in revenue from last summer, which was partially expected with the 2015 lineup allegedly holding the really big name anticipations. But overall, the 2014 summer has largely been a success. That being said, let's take a look at mid-June and have a look at what's up ahead. Starting with what's in theaters now, last weekend, a heavyweight sequel showdown went down between one of the summer's biggest comedies, 22 Jump Street, and the much-anticipated DreamWorks animation sequel of How to Train Your Dragon. The race was tight through all 3 days of the weekend. However, early speculation came in from Deadline that 22 was slightly out in front. Turns out they were right. Hiccup and Toothless came in with $50 million, just shy of the $57 million Jonah and Channing Tatum pulled down with their R-rated return to college. $50 million for How to Train Your Dragon is reportedly a slight disappointment for DreamWorks, as the original was one of the more successful animated movies of the last 10 years. Box Office Mojo suggests this might be partly blamed on the 4-year passing between the sequel and original. Nonetheless, fans of Rotten Tomatoes are reviewing both films extremely well, and I have a clip from each to help you decide which one is more for you. Let's take a look at 22 Jump Street.
Well, I hope never to see you again.
What's up, dog?
We're back. Ladies, nobody cared about the Jump Street reboot, but you got lucky. So now this department has invested a lot of money to make sure Jump Street keeps going. The only problem is the Koreans bought the church back, so we're moving you across the road to 22 Jump Street.
You two are going to college. Oh, so tight.
We'll go around to classes and activities, ask around about the drug, find out who the dealer is.
You don't have to do this, man. I just don't want you getting hurt.
I'm not gonna get hurt.
I bet you think you know a lot about dragons. Let me show you some of what you don't know.
Should I know you?
No. You were only a babe. But a mother never forgets.
Unbelievable. You've been rescuing them.
Something is coming. Something you've never faced before. The dragons are mine now. Protect our people. It's your destiny.
What you're searching for? It's in here.
Come on! This is very dangerous!
Are you kidding me?
Come on, Toothless! Yeah, baby! Dragons and Vikings! Enemies again! Oh! Ah, you know that doesn't wash out.
Both of those look pretty cool. All right, next up, let's talk Michael Bay's fourth installment of his CGI thriller, Transformers: The Age of Extinction. Filmed in 3 cities, Age of Extinction features epic robot fighting in Detroit, Chicago, and Beijing. And the cast of the film looks a whole lot different too. Shia LaBeouf fans sadly had to say goodbye to Sam Witwicky as the movie takes place following the attack on Chicago and now centers around an inventor played by Mark Wahlberg, his daughter Tessa, and brand new Autobots and enemies. Don't worry, Optimus Prime and Bumblebee are returning. Optimus and the few Autobots that remain have been in hiding for some time as the government seeks to hunt down the last of their kind. With an alien war posing extinction on Earth looming just over the horizon, the only chance of survival rides on the hope that humans and Autobots can reconcile their differences. That and a little help from our prehistoric friends. Let's take a quick look at a clip from Transformers.
Bring it up. All the way. You guys have never seen a truck like this before.
Dad, you can't keep spending money on junk.
I don't think it's a truck at all. I think we just found a transformer.
I'm gonna ask you this once. Where is Optimus Prime? After all we have done, humans are hunting us. But I fear we are all targets now.
What is that?
Who sent you here? This is not war. It's human extinction. How many more of my kind must be sacrificed?
You gotta have faith, Prime. Maybe not in who we are, and who we can be.
I'm not leaving my dad.
We need a new army.
Looks awesome. All right, in some not so great news for Marvel Comics, an uproar of angry fans surfaced last week when news rolled in that Edgar Wright had stepped down from his director's chair on the upcoming Ant-Man film. Wright, known and loved for movies like Shaun of the Dead and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, was a fan favorite to do the film. However, after rewrites didn't go well with Edgar, he unfortunately announced his departure. Other directors have reached out voicing their disappointment and support of Wright for standing his ground on creative vision. However, despite the disappointment of many, in an article published by studio head Kevin Feige, he explains he's been a fan of new director Peyton Reed for a long time. He notes that Peyton has been a key player in development meetings for films like this summer's Guardians of the Galaxy, and we need not worry about Ant-Man. So with Guardians of the Galaxy now on the table, I'll give you the second to last mention of Marvel Comics in this broadcast. Let's take a quick look at their fourth and final movie to hit theaters this summer.
I look around. You
know what I see? Losers. I mean, like, folks who have lost stuff. Their homes, their families. And we're facing a threat that could destroy us all. If we're gonna save the galaxy, we're gonna have to do it together. Partners.
Why would you want to save the galaxy? Because I'm one of the idiots who lives in it!
Oh, what the hell? I don't got that long a lifespan anyway.
Why would you risk your life for this?
Because right now, life's giving us a chance.
To do what?
Something good, something bad, a bit of both.
I will fight beside you. I will destroy you and your world.
First, you gotta go through us! We're the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm with them. I have a plan.
You've got a plan.
I have part of a plan.
What percentage of a plan?
I don't know, 12%.
12%?
That's a fake laugh.
It's real!
Totally fake.
That is the most real, authentic, hysterical laugh of my entire life because that is not a plan.
I am Groot.
So what? It's better than 11%. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Thank you. Groot's the only one of you who has a clue.
Oh.
It actually looks pretty funny. Moving on to some monkey business, Fox Studios brings us the highly anticipated sequel, Dawn of Planet of the Apes, on July 11th. Again, like Transformers, audiences are not very happy to be losing James Franco as the film's leading man, but early reviews from overseas are calling the sequel groundbreaking and visually stunning with the advancements they've made with motion capture tech. For those of you who may not know, the apes in these films are completely computer generated and more violent than ever. Actor Andy Serkis, as seen in the photo, has spent countless hours perfecting every movement that we see Caesar make on camera, and I can't wait to see it. Check out this clip from Planet of the Apes.
Home. Home.
Apes! Together! Strong!
We don't mean any harm!
We've been through hell together. It took us 4 years fighting that virus, but we are survivors.
It was a virus created by scientists in a lab. You can't blame the apes.
Who the hell else am I gonna blame? They already killed off half the planet.
If we have to fight, then we fight them.
There is another option. I have an idea.
I need to speak to Caesar!
This is your home, and I don't want to take it away from you, I promise. But other people are coming, soldiers. Is any of this making any sense to you?
Home.
Yes.
Family. Future.
I've seen things. I've seen the way they are. They want what we want, to survive. They don't want a war.
They are going to turn on you. They're animals! No! Don't shoot!
There must be another way.
Caesar!
War has begun.
Okay, and now let's talk about the Black Widow. I promise this is the last mention of Marvel Comics, but some big news came in recently which will actually help us segue into the next movie on the table. Actresses around the globe found something to rejoice in as they recently announced a superhero flick featuring Scarlett Johansson's character from the Avengers, Natasha Romanoff, also known as the Black Widow. She'll be getting her own movie. Leading roles in feature films are rare these days, but much like her Avengers co-star Robert Downey Jr., audiences can't seem to get enough of her. We'd like to send our congratulations to Miss Johansson on getting the green light. And for our next trailer, I'd like to show a clip from another feature film where she'll also be the leading lady. Releasing on July 25th from writer-director Luc Besson comes the sci-fi action film Lucy. The premise of this one, she's the first woman to access 100% of her brain's potential. And let me tell you, sexy and smart never look so good. Check it out.
In my stomach.
What's going on? You nearly slipped a little package into your lower tummy, and you're going to transport something very special to us.
No.
You speak English?
Yes.
Take me to the hospital now.
Hospital.
Somebody put a bag of drugs inside me. I need you to take it out. It's leaking.
It is estimated most human beings only use 10% of the brain's capacity. Imagine if we could access 100%. Interesting things begin to happen. Yes?
Professor Norman, my name's Lucy. I just read all your research on the human brain. It's a little rudimentary, but you're on the right track.
Thank you.
I have access to 28% of my cerebral capacity. I can feel every living thing.
Since when did you start writing Chinese?
Since an hour ago.
What happens when she reaches 100%?
I have no idea. All this knowledge, you can unlock secrets that go beyond our universe. I'm not even sure that mankind is ready for it.
It's like all things that make me human are fading away.
All right. Just 2 movies left to round out the big ones for this summer. First, let's jump into more Michael Bay and hope that he hasn't ruined my childhood with this. Based on the trailers, I don't think he has, but it certainly has a lot to live up to. If dinosaurs and robots blowing up Detroit and Chicago wasn't enough CGI for you, on August 8th, Mikey, Leo, Raph, and Donnie are back on the silver screen with the redesigned and rebooted Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Shredder looks like a Transformer, and the tech is way more modern than any Ninja Turtle I can remember, but the effects honestly look great. Oh, and Megan Fox is April O'Neil. Have a look for yourself.
Surveillance is showing heavy Foot Clan activity.
They're taking hostages. Let's rock and roll.
This is our city. That's what I'm talking about. Like shadows in the night, completely unseen.
Who's that? It's a camera flash.
Give me the camera.
Oh, look, he's doing his Batman voice.
Back off, Raph. Do not say a word about this to anyone. If you do, we will find you.
Yeah, we'll find you. I'm sorry, that came across super creepy, okay? We will find you, though.
My sons, I have trained you your whole lives to protect the city above. But I fear you are not ready for its greatest threat.
We're taking your armor to the next level.
Shredder.
Tinsel, you must stop Shredder. Together, you are stronger than he can ever be. Let's go save my brothers. Come on! 4 turtles, one's fighting a low-out samurai. Why not?
All right, let's wrap the show up. In a summer filled with sequels, the last big movie I expect to make money comes from co-directors Frank Miller and Robert Rodriguez. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Returning to the film are Bruce Willis, Mickey Rourke, and Jessica Alba, with some stellar new additions, including Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ava Green, Jeremy Piven, and Ray Liotta. These movies are always visually fantastic and follow so many different stories between cast members, I'm not even going to try to explain it to you. Just check out the trailer and you decide for yourself.
Sin City's where you go in with your eyes open. Or you don't come out at all. How did I get here? What have I done?
You're the only man I ever loved.
Death is just like life in Sin City. It always wins.
You never thought we'd stand a chance against the most powerful man in the state. Maybe I'll go crazy. Crazy's sounding pretty good right now.
Well, Senator,
You got any idea what you're up against?
You're up against a Rourke.
I'm ready for your worst.
Boy, you don't even want to dream about my worst.
You'd be smart to kill me now.
Ava. She betrayed me.
Kill him.
For power and profit.
You've made me a very rich woman.
You cannot defeat us. This time they crossed a fatal line. I need your help. Means going up against a lot of guns.
I'm gonna kill Rourke. Count me in.
Power is a fragile thing. I need them to know the price of defiance. Now, who wants to play?
Looks like trouble.
Looks like Christmas.
You're starting a gang war in a game for professionals. Never lose control. Never let the monster out.
Okay, that should do it. Quickly, I'd like to thank a few websites for the information I was able to gather for this broadcast. Shout out to Deadline Hollywood, Rotten Tomatoes, Box Office Mojo, Collider, The Hollywood Reporter, and Variety. As always, make sure you follow my Twitter at Tinsel Talk for the latest in Hollywood, and make sure you don't miss out on what's left this summer. Get out to the movie theater. I'm Matt Herron. Thanks for watching.